Yeah, there's a world in which the Ghana Black Stars qualifies for the next round of the African Cup of Nations, but it is a remote world, and we all don't want that to happen. These boys are not committed enough. The coach, yes, will be blamed, but the FA has to take some of the blame, if not all, as well. Today, we're going to delve into what exactly capitulated this Ghana Black Stars team, what happened, how did they capitulate so badly after taking a 2-0 lead into 89 or 88 odd minutes and letting it slip. Coach Chris Hughton, the team needs a psychologist, and it is quite clear they do not have one. We'll delve into that today, but don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell to get more updates. We jump right into it, and yes, there's a universe in which Ghana qualifies to the next round of the Afcon. That title was not a clickbait. It is possible for Ghana to still qualify. But as I said in my other videos, it is not in our hands. Well, it was. Cape Verde did their job for us and we let it slip. How can you let it slip? 2-0 lead, 6 minutes to go, and you cannot defend for 6 minutes. Let's go to the coach. He said his introduction of Andre Ayew was because there was fatigue from Joseph Painso that he and his video analyst remembered. Fatigue? Joseph Painso has responded to that. He says, what fatigue? Let's have a look at that video 3 Sports posted.
What fatigue?
Yeah, what fatigue? That's what the player said. Meaning that there is really something going on in this team that we are not privy to. The interference we talk about is something that is not going to go away anytime soon. And it's quite clear from this reaction to the fatigue issue from Coach Chris Hughton that there is something in terms of manipulation in call-ups and players and introduction of other players. Andre Ayew had no business in this game, in my opinion. Yes, it's not because he led to that penalty. Anyone could have caused that penalty, but I don't believe Andre Ayew deserves to be in there. And anyone who tells me that because he's not playing consistently, it doesn't mean he cannot play for the national team, yeah, you are going crazy, because you would give me examples of players who are not with clubs and are doing well. And I would also tell you that you are comparing unicorns in that situation to an average Joe. Andre Ayew has not been at it, even when given a chance with the national team. He has not been there. Why are you introducing him? For a coach who prides himself on being defensive minded, he's conceded 6 goals in the group stages. A defensive minded coach. And there were all of our defenses in there. All those who play defense were there. There was Amate, there was Salidu Seidu. So how the hell are we letting 2 goals slip in such dynamics? It brings me to the psychologist issue. Does the Ghana Black Stars team have a psychologist? Who is he? What has he been telling the players? What did he tell Osman Bukhari when he made that error versus Egypt? What did he tell Iñaki Williams after that incident versus Egypt? Coach Chris Hughton has not emphatically said the team has a psychologist, because he said he was the one who even went to speak to Osman Bukhari. Yes, he was the one who went to speak with Osman Bukhari, not a psychologist. He didn't mention that emphatically, and that tells you everything you need to know. There's no team psychologist. Mental health is not prioritized, even in a team like the Ghana Black Stars, and it is showing across board. The players have to take some of the blame. How the hell do you allow 2 goals to slip against Mozambique? Given the Black Stars were not playing the best of football today, Kudu sometimes delays on the ball, but some would say he deserves it because he does provide the end product. There were so many stuff or things that were not going right in terms of our performance, despite having a 2-goal lead. That's for sure. Any football person or anyone who watches football would easily identify that. And it was quite embarrassing. Especially what was embarrassing for me was Salisu trying to reply or talk back to a journalist who was saying Egypt qualified with 3 points. You are disgraced to the Black Stars. This is the Black Stars. Salisu should not be doing that, because what that person was saying is true. The commitment in the team is not enough. How do you let two goals slip? How do you let two goals slip? How? How do you do that? You have to even be embarrassed at yourself. You shouldn't be able to even talk back at someone shouting or criticizing you. And that was not right. Coach Chris Hughton will most likely lose his job, and another manager will come in, and the trend will continue, because the real problem in the FA has not been addressed. The FA's interference in teams, interference in players that play on certain match days. Yeah, but it will still be there, and we will have problems in the national team still. There will still be problems in the national team if the issues with the FA, who have supervised two competitions, given the free reign to operate, have embarrassed us back to back. The Black Stars is not this one here. It is not what we know it for. This is not the Black Stars we know, and this is not what we expect. There's a world in which Ghana qualifies, and it is going to happen only if Cameroon, Algeria, and the likes don't win their games. Yes, those guys have to do us a solid one if that is going to happen. But do we deserve it? Do these boys deserve it? Do they show the enough commitment to deserve this? I don't think so. And I feel, yes, they need to go home. But I'll be here till the end of the tournament and bringing you more content on other national teams. I hope you stick and stay with the channel, watch it and enjoy it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments box on tonight's game. What went wrong? How did these boys let it slip? Coach Chris Hughton has to take a lot of the blame. His substitutions were not effective, have not been effective throughout the whole competition. And he has to take a chunk of the blame here. He has not been the best coach. He has been a disappointment. But a new coach probably will face the same issues concerning this national team, looking at how the system of players introduced into the national team and played is always manipulated by someone at the top. And these are my 2 cents on why the Ghana Black Stars lost. Well, it felt like a draw is now feeling like a loss, because we know our standard. It was a draw, but we should have won this game. Egypt are second in the group with 3 points. What a competition. What a group. My goodness. They go through automatically, and they will face their next opponents. But yeah, the Egyptians are through. We're most likely out unless they do us a solid. But that is it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great evening. Reporting here from the Palais de la Couture in Abidjan. Have a good night.